Hey, you're watching Rock and Metal News. I'm Brian from Hail the Villain. Check it out.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Rock and Metal News album review of the new Iron Maiden. The album is called The Book of Souls. It is their 16th album and their first double album. There's 92 minutes of music on this, so you're in for a 1 hour and a half of musical treat, that's for sure, from the one of the metal legends of all time, Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden are my favorite metal band, and so been following this band forever. I've seen them back in the Peace of Mind tour when they played with Saxon and Fastway, and followed their full career and seen them many times in concert, so was really looking forward to this album. And just sort of a brief overview of this album, I thought that this album here, I feel, is their best release since Brave New World, and I think they take a trip back to almost sounds from Power Slave, Somewhere in Time, and even maybe a bit of Peace of Mind, and even there's some riffs in here that are so raw that they almost remind me of something off Killers. So this album in general to me is almost Iron Maiden anthology of sound, because they seem to dip into a lot of their past kind of raw riffs and some of their familiar riffs that you would hear off Power Slave and albums like that. So it was very interesting, and I really enjoyed that, to see them sort of, get back to some of their roots and real raw sound. I'll talk about some of the songs off the album that I enjoyed, and wanted to chat about. The first song, of course, is If Eternity Should Fail. I love this song. It's got keyboards to open up, Bruce vocals come in, and it's just so ambient. It's just, turn the lights off and crank this song up. It's just, you know you're in for a journey as soon as this song starts off. There's a line in this song called Waiting in Line for the Ending of Time. I love that line. And there's some, of course, the tempo changes and the way they build the tracks up is amazing. Iron Maiden, they just have that sound and that way they write and create songs where you can feel the build up, and it brings you into a journey, and this song definitely does that. There's a nice drum fills into a faster tempo, into a musical break. There's great harmonizing guitars, and at the end there's some acoustic guitars and some evil voices. Just an amazing first opening track. The second song on the album is called The Speed of Light, which I did a review on in the past when the single came out, so I'll kind of leave that one right now. But number 3, The Great Unknown. This song here has some clean electric guitar over Bruce's vocals. The drums build up into this track. There's some great Iron Maiden shredding and solo trade-offs. That is one of the trademarks of Iron Maiden, how they got 3 lead guitar players, so they all got their unique sound, and they're all trading off solos all over in this song. And the guitar harmonizing is amazing. I just love it. And there's just the raw sounding solos. Some of the solos in this album, they just remind me of something off of almost like Killers or Iron Maiden, or Peace of Mind, some just older riffing that they haven't done for a while, and that's what I really like about this album. And there's interesting structure to this song as well, and there's a little bit of keys, just nice subtle for just adds to the track. The next song is called The Red and the Black. Oh, this song is amazing. It opens up with some acoustic guitar, old school Maiden beat, almost like from Power Slave era. It almost kind of reminds me a bit of like To Tame a Land or something. There's almost got this feel of a Egyptian or kind of like a Egyptian theme, or like Rime of the Ancient Mariner. It's got some gang vocals in it, almost like Heaven Can Wait off Somewhere in Time. And they're amazing solos, great tempo change. They slide into this tempo change. It's just so smooth. The song ends acoustically. So this song here, this brought me right back to Power Slave and Somewhere in Time era. So I just love that. And the next song is When the River Runs Deep. This song here, I love the sound. It's so old school again. It almost reminds me of something off of Killers. It's got some real dirty guitar, and it just has that feel of some old Maiden. Nice ride work, and just a classic Iron Maiden ending to that song. And the next song in the Book of Souls, that one here, this one's 10 minutes and 30 seconds, and this finishes off disc 1. It's a great song, acoustic guitar. They have a lot of acoustic guitar and different guitar sounds in this album. It's just all over. They have in this song as well, they have some Spanish sounding guitars. They have some keys, some classic Maiden riffing. You know how they do those riffs that are just melodies on the guitar, just so beautiful. They got some halftime, almost Egyptian sounding riffs in this as well, and I think Iron Maiden are just at their best when they're playing these songs. You can just again feel the story in this song, and there's some crazy tempo changes in this. Almost reminds me, parts of this almost reminds me of Lost for Words from Power Slave. And then they start on disc 2, which is the song Death or Glory. This one again reminds me of something that this reminds me of something that's like almost from the Power Slave era. It's a quick track. It's got an old school feel. It's got some really cool riffing that sort of took me right back to the old Maiden, almost like Die With Your Boots On kind of stuff like that. So love that song. Then there's Shadows of the Valley. This one opens up almost like Wasted Years. It's got that guitar sort of feel of Wasted Years in it, and it's got a gallop feel, you know, the Maiden gallop, and there's some great guitar runs in it. Another great track, the song called Tears of a Clown. That song is a song about Robin Williams. I love the riff in that track as well. It's almost like a stutter riff, and it's just excellent. There's some real nice bluesy solos in this song and great lyrics. The band's just right on the top of their game. Love this track. And the final song on the album is called Empire of the Clouds. It is now officially Iron Maiden's longest song. It has beaten out Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The track comes in at just over 18 minutes, 18:01. This is an absolute story. It's about a huge airship. It opens up with piano and bass. Then they throw in some violins. Bruce starts singing over top of the piano in a little military drum beat. It's about 4 minutes until really the drums actually start kicking in with a real continuous rhythm. And then there's like a musical break at around the 6:30 mark, and then it gets heavier and faster. It goes back down to some piano and guitar, and there's some real interesting minor chords in this song. They really throw in some interesting guitar chords with some piano, and it has some real interesting sounds. So you got to check out this song. It's got some just very different. The song structure is like a Maiden structure, but some of the sounds in here aren't the typical Maiden sounds that they use. Just real minor chords, real sad chords in this song near the end. So check it out. Overall, I'm liking this album. I think this album could give the run to, so far in my books, Lamb of God, Seven Sternum Drang for one of the albums of the year. So it's right up there. I like the way Maiden has gone back to some of their old sounds, some of their old riffing, some nice backup vocals and stuff that just sort of brings me back to the old Maiden days. And I thought they put out another great album. So Iron Maiden are still at the top of their game. Pick it up. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News. Thanks for tuning in.